they just throttled Kansas City. And I mean that both figuratively and literally, the way that they tightened the screws defensively on them to a level that I didn't think was possible against that offense and specifically that quarterback.
Yeah, it was really crazy. I was watching the game and, I kind of had this expectation going in, like everybody asks, who you got in the Super Bowl, what do you think? And I kind of was like, well, I think it's going to be a one-score game, right? They're going to kind of play it out. That's what Philly wants to do. That's what Kansas City wants to do. And if it's a last possession football game, you're going to give it to Patrick Mahomes. But I will say after I want to say it was the second 3-and-out or second 4-and-out that Kansas City had, I had this thing in my head that popped up. I was like, oh, they don't get it. They don't get how good Philly's defense is in the back end. They don't understand the speed they're dealing with. They don't understand how well coached the back end of that group is. I think the one thing is his time to throw is 3.2 seconds, which is pretty long for Patrick Mahomes. And to me, that's him looking to the first read. It's not there. Everything's dead. And how many times in prepping for Philly this year, the 3 times we played them, did you just watch a coverage and be like, there is no air here. There's no air. And I wish I could articulate this in a way that showed how impressive that is to the listener. But when you watch defenses, usually you're like, oh, like here's a free runner. Though the back's open in the flat. Oh, you can easily get to this dig if you kind of give it a beat. There is zero air. And so that's when I was watching the game. I was like, they don't get it. They're not ready for how good this defense is, and that showed up big time as the game went on. So it literally went from, I think it's going to be a one-score game, to after the second 3-and-out, I'm like, this might be a blowout. I literally had that thought. I said it to my wife. I just was like, they don't understand how good this group is defensively, and Philly is not going to make a lot of mistakes offensively to let you get back in it, and that's exactly what happened.